Hi everyone, welcome to Reasons for Roots. I'm super excited about today because I get to show you my curriculum picks for the 2022-2023 school year. Now there's a few things that I have not actually gotten into my hand yet. I've ordered, but I don't have them yet. And that's because, the reason I'm doing this video early is because we may be moving, so I want to go ahead and show you what I've gotten. So my curriculum picks, especially this year, are a little different than what you're going to be seeing in mainstream picks. And what I mean by that is there are probably some things you may not have heard of, and that's why I want to show you before you get to buying your curriculum, maybe and open some doors for some curriculum companies that you're not aware of, or you haven't heard of, or maybe you've forgotten about, or you're like me and you would just like to hear a little more about it. So today I'm going to be showing you what my curriculum picks are for the 2022-2023 school year for my kindergarten-ish, first grade-ish son. Now, if you follow along, you know that my youngest son has autism. He has high functioning autism and ADHD. So he has a scattered diagnosis. And so I take that into account when I choose his curriculum. I want to teach to the child that God has given me. And I don't want to make him fit into a box. I want to teach to that child. So this curriculum represents him. It represents my style. So most of what I'm choosing is Charlotte Mason based. For kindergarten, it may not be as Charlotte Mason inspired as my older kids, but I still believe this is a good balance and Charlotte Mason inspired. So let me show you my Charlotte Mason inspired curriculum for my kindergarten-ish, first grade-ish son. So when I say kindergarten-ish, first grade-ish, y'all know where I'm coming from. Maybe, hopefully. He'll be 6 in September. Now, he's already been doing some work. He's done a kindergarten program already. He's not reading yet, but he's starting to. So we're just kind of in that in-between phase. We're taking it very, very slowly with teaching him to read because children with autism usually have a harder time with phonetics, with phonics. So we're just taking our time there and pacing ourselves. So you will see kind of a mix of kindergarten and first grade curriculum for him. So first I want to show you, he will be joining us in a gentle feast. So I shared with you that this will be the bulk of our curriculum. For our family, I chose Cycle 2, Wars, Weeks, and Washington. So he will be in Form 1. With Form 1, they have history read-alouds. They also have some natural history. They have, for literature, they do their reading lessons, whichever you choose to do with that. They do schedule geography for Form 1. Since he is a young Form 1, I'm not doing geography with him this year. But we are doing foreign language. We're going to do a little French. We're also going to do the singing, which is folk songs and solfa. And that's it. So that's it from A Gentle Feast. And we also will be doing the morning time. So this will be the first time he ever has sat down at, let me rephrase this. This will be the first year coming up that I ask him to sit with us at morning time. He probably won't sit with us as long as my older kids sit, but I want him to just get in the habit of sitting with us. So I'm starting that habit now by introducing it to him, but next year he'll be more involved in our morning time as well. So without showing you every book that he has from A Gentle Feast, I'm just going to show you his stack here. There's still, I think, 1 or 2 missing from the stack, But overall, these will be the books we use with A Gentle Feast. As you can tell by the label, I purchased these off thrift books, most of them, all of them but one I got off thrift books. So got a good deal of his books from A Gentle Feast. He loves picture books, and that's something I liked about A Gentle Feast, is they still used picture books for Form 1 and even into Form 2. So I'm all for reading good literature. If you've seen one of my latest Day in the Lives, I explain why it's so important to read good literature to your children. I'm going to continue reading some good literature. We're going to finish some of the Burgess books that he already has. We're going to finish those next year. And so I'm still going to be reading to him good, sound literature, but I do love the picture books and the richness that comes with that. Okay, so that's his history, his singing. We're going to use Usborne's 100 Early French Words, or 100 French Words for Early Learners, I think is what it's called. I have that ordered. It's not in. That's what I'm using for his French, if you're wondering about that. We're just going to go over that orally a couple of times a week. Okay, so moving on to his Bible. So I'm really excited about his Bible for next year. I purchased the Big Picture Bible along with the catechism book that goes with it. So if you're not familiar with the Big Picture Bible, this is not every story in the Bible. This is giving you the big picture of redemption and the big picture of how Jesus ties into the Old Testament and the New Testament. It's beautifully illustrated, and so this will be his Bible for next year, along with the catechism book, where it gives you questions to ask the child and they'll learn to answer. Now, like I said, this Bible does not have every story in the Bible. So I paired it with Bible Treasures, Genesis to Ruth from Christian Liberty Press. Christian Liberty Press is one of those curriculum companies that offer very affordable resources and that I don't hear a lot of people using, but I think are very sound. We have used several of their products, and I have been thoroughly happy with every product I've used with Christian Liberty Press. So this is their kindergarten Bible, and it starts in Genesis and it goes to Ruth. So I'm going to be pairing some of these stories with this and kind of taking turns with it. So I don't think, the way I have it pictured, we won't get through this entire thing next year. We're going to take it slowly, and so that he can see the big picture by the time he's in third grade, if that makes sense. So we'll use this periodically throughout the year, but this will mainly be his Bible curriculum. I will use the Big Picture Bible to tie into some of the major stories to help him see. But this Bible Treasures is broken into units, and I believe there's 4 lessons in a unit. So you have your picture, you have your picture, you have your lesson, and then if you can see here, there's always a little bit of handwriting and the scripture memory for a unit. So every week is a unit, and you will have a scripture memory to work on for that week to go with that lesson. There's just a little bit of handwriting practice, which I like. There's also one question, a thought question, and they also have a catechism as well to work on that week. So, you know, it goes on, and of course the handwriting gets a little more difficult as you go through the year, and there's a little coloring. And so I really like this, and it's going to take our time. We'll take our time going through Genesis to Ruth through this program. So next we have Arithmetic 1 from Rod and Staff. So we're already using this, but with Rod and Staff, their math starts in grade 1, okay? So it comes with 2 of the consumable workbooks and also with a teacher's guide. So he will work through this, and we also bought the flashcards to go with this. So he'll be using Rod and Staff 1. We're already currently using it, and I think I need to say this, that so really we only have I think we have 13 days left in our school year for 2021-22 school year. But since my little guy, since Gage has autism, I have found it very helpful for anything I can keep a schedule going. So we're going to continue working with him through the summer, not every day, but we're going to continue on. So some of this he's going to go ahead and start just because he's ready to start it, and we're going to continue it through the summer and into next year. So he's not really on the same schedule as my older kids. I give them a bigger summer break, let's say that. But he loves school, and he sees no problem with that. So that's just what works for us. I just know little kids need, if you take 2 months off, they might forget their math facts, or they might forget all the phonics you've worked on. So for little kids, I found it easier to stay in, especially a little child with autism, to stay in a routine and a schedule, even in the summer. And so we will continue on working with him through the summer. So he just started this past week, and we'll continue to use it through next year. Okay, for his reading, we are using Happy Cheetah Reading. So Happy Cheetah Reading, this is the kindergarten program. I placed him in kindergarten because he already had he really placed in the second kindergarten book. So with Happy Cheetah Reading, you have 2 workbooks. He placed in the second book, but I went ahead and started him in the first book, in the prep book, because his handwriting is not good at all. And Happy Cheetah Reading really puts an emphasis on handwriting, and handwriting before you learn to read. So we're taking a step back, holding off on some phonics for right now, just stopping where we are. And we're going to practice our handwriting through Happy Cheetah Prep Book. I have already seen such a big difference. We started this last week, and I have seen a huge difference in his handwriting. I have been blown away by how well the program's already working for him. And so Happy Cheetah Reading has been suggested to me by several special needs parents on YouTube, as well as, friends of mine. So I think this is going to be a really good fit. It puts a lot of emphasis on copy work, and that's a Charlotte Mason way of learning to read. She used copy work in her schools, and so from what I've read, I believe that would be the best fit for Gage. So he's in the prep book now. We've already started that. It comes with the next book. It also comes with readers, 3 readers, a dry erase board, magnetic tiles, games to play, instructions. So all of your instructions are in the teacher's guide. So one page is basically for you. Well, on here you'll see the teacher's instructions and then the student's work. So they're both in one book. You don't need a separate teacher's guide, which I like that it's all right there together, and I can just grab it and go. So that's it. That's it for my little guy. We keep it short and simple in kindergarten, first grade-ish grades. So we have reading, we have math, we have Bible, and then we have our history, which he will not do every single day. May I add that in too? We have some nature readers, and of course his history read aloud. Little fun things that I'm adding in for him next year that I have not gotten a physical copy in my hands yet, that I've ordered but are not here yet, is Christian Liberty Press's Nature Reader K. Also, we're going to add in Explode the Code books 1 through 2, and we'll just keep working through them as he needs those, along with Happy Cheetah. So that's the first of 4 curriculum reveal videos that I have coming up. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this kind of video, if you like this curriculum. I would really appreciate it, and I appreciate your support to my small channel, and I send all my love to you guys. Bye.